Let's talk about the offense, because what I'm reviewing here would seem to indicate you were the primary shooter in this case. The victim's name, Josh Murphy. The body was found off Highway 70 in DeKalb County. The deceased had multiple gunshot wounds to the face. Both fired and unfired shotgun shells were found at the scene. After investigation, the co-defendant was also interviewed and admitted participating in this offense. At some point, you took the gun from him and shot the victim in this case. And it was because he was being accused of stealing methanol. And this took place, I believe, was it in a campground or somewhere like out rural area?
It was in a wooded area, sir.
A wooded area. And your co-defendant was Melvin Turnbull. And
yes,
he received 25 years on his conviction. And you received a 35-year sentence. So that all kind of looks like to me you were more of a leader than Mr. Turnbull.
Well, I take full responsibility for my actions, sir, and I was involved, and it was a very tragic thing happened, and there's not a day that goes by that I don't regret what happened. And I feel really upset for the pain I caused the family.
Tell me what happened. How this all come up?
Well, sir, what it was is I had come over to Melvin's house, and I guess Josh and Melvin were there, and I had left the club, and then I'm not for sure really what was going on that night, but the next morning I was woken up. Melvin had informed me that somebody had stole his methamphetamine, and then he asked me to give him some shotgun shells. I bought the shotgun shells. I went and got a shotgun for him, and then a few hours later I met him and Josh in the woods, and then the argument started.
What was your understanding at the point you were getting shotgun shells from Melvin, going and buying shotgun shells? You know what they were going to be used for? You weren't going hunting, were you?
No, sir, I wasn't going hunting. It was very poor judgment on my part. I mean, he said that he wanted some shotgun shells because he was going to get his meth back. And I was, like I said, I was addicted to drugs, and I fell right in with him. And I really honestly did not think that nothing like that was going to happen when I bought the shotgun shells for him.
Okay, I read some case law, I believe, as I was preparing for this hearing. It looks like, this is a court record, it looks like that at some point Melvin had the gun, your co-defendant had the gun, but did not fire it. And you grabbed it from him and began firing at the victim. So you were the one that was the trigger man, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else you want me to understand about that?
There's nothing else I can add to it, sir. I mean, I was involved in something that was heinous and serious, and you know.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. You had something else to say.
I was just saying that I feel terribly about what I'd done, and if I would have been on the drugs I was on, there's no way that in the world I would have been involved in anything like that.
Okay, so you maintain that the drug influenced your behavior this day at least to some degree?
Yes, sir, to some extent. And I take responsibility, like I said, I take responsibility for my actions. I can't blame it. I'm just not solely on the drugs. You know, I was a grown man. I made poor decisions, and in them poor decisions, something tragic happened.
How many times did you shoot Mr. Murphy?
I can't recall exactly how many times he was shot, sir.
Okay, and then this was with a shotgun?
Yes, sir.
What gauge?
12 gauge.
Okay, now after the offense, what did you do?
After what had happened, sir? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, I believe I previously conducted Mr. Turnbull's one of his parole hearings, and it seemed, I'm trying to remember, did y'all dispose of the body, or did you leave the scene? What happened?
We had just left the scene. He got in his truck and left, and I got in my car and left.
Okay, and then at what point were you apprehended by authorities?
It was probably about 3 or 4 days later, sir, a TBI, or it was a sheriff's deputy had come over to my house and asked me if I would come in for some questioning. And then I went over there and they would ask me about the case and about this and about Melvin and stuff like that. And where he was at, because I guess he went on a run into Kentucky. And they asked me, and I told them that I had witnessed a murder, and then at that time they had placed me on arrest.
Okay, and then you went to a jury trial then? You didn't plead guilty?
No, sir.
The jury trial was found guilty and then sentenced